Module 3 fighting form. So Module 3 is the first time that we actually change directions when we start our fighting form. We start off in a sparring stance, and then there's going to be some danger over our right shoulder back over here. So I'm going to look over the right shoulder at that corner and step away towards it. So I'm kind of sensing that there might be something threatening over here. I don't want to step into it in case there really was. And I don't want to be aggressive when I do this step. I just want to step away with my right foot so it gives me time to figure out what's going on. Now, what I see is I see somebody far away. So I'm going to start the attack with a jump front kick because I'm covering distance. So as I step back here, what I'd like you to do is kick right towards the camera. So you're looking the exact same way that I am towards your camera. Now, for real, when you start, you would add that extra look over your right shoulder and step back. But right now, so that we can be on the same sides, go ahead and do it with me. So I've looked back and I'm here. Now you get to this position, left foot forward, and we're going to start in with a hop front kick here. So we're covering distance, trying to reach somebody. It did touch them. So now that I know that I touched them with the hop front kick, I can touch them with something else. So I go round kick. So I'm going to put those two moves together again. So again, I see somebody, I hop front kick, round kick, and I touch them. Now, if you want to practice just those two moves, you could look right at the camera. So now you're looking at me, and then you're just going to listen because you're not going to look at the camera for the next part. You're going to look over your right shoulder. So for those of you who need like a clock explanation, it'd be about 5 o'clock, maybe 4:30 right over there. You're not looking directly behind you, you're looking at an angle. And you're going to look over there, step back to a fighting stance, left foot forward. Perfect. Then you're going to go hop kick, up ball. So a front leg, hop kick, left foot, same foot, left foot, up ball. All right, reset it again. Look back at the camera. Now we're going to do the 3 hand techniques. After we do those kicks, once I touch somebody, I can keep touching them. In other words, if I hit someone in sparring and they didn't counter it, or they didn't counter to hit me, I can continue to keep striking, which is what I'm going to do. So until I feel like I've won. So I'm going to do these 2 moves, 1, 2, and land with a back fist, punch, hook kick. So those 3 hand techniques. For the 3 hand techniques, what I'd like you to do is just take left hand, back fist is going to sling out and back. So the back of the hand is striking and then coming back. Typically that would go to the jaw or the temple, right? Punch is just a quick punch right here or on the jaw, right? So I'm either knocking the solar plex or on the jaw. After that, I'm going to go hook, and a hook is knuckles up, pinky down, thumb on top. So, and when we practice a hook, we don't want to hook past our partner, because imagine there's somebody here, I hit that person and it stops. So I back fist punch, hook, those 3 hands in a row, back fist punch, hook. Right, so let's put all 5 of those together. So again, I'm going to step over, there's my threat, I go hop kick, up ball, back fist punch, hook, notice this hand's still high. Front leg, the same hand that just hooked, the same side that just hooked. Up ball again, which is a front leg round kick, and I'm going to reverse side kick and land it. So let's do that whole thing one more time. Looking the same direction I am, so you're following along. Left foot forward, and hop kick, up ball. Land with a back fist, hands up. Punch, this hand's up. Hook, boom. Up ball, front leg, and then reverse side kick with your right side, and land it in. Then we're going to take a step back. We do everything again on the other side. So now I have my right foot forward. The threat's over there. I'm going to go hop kick, up ball, back fist, punch, hook, up ball, reverse side kick, and land. So that's number 1. I'm going to do it one more time, nice and slow. I'm going to name every move. Try to beat me to the move. So here we go. Fighting stance and hop kick. Boom. Up ball. Back fist, punch, hook, up ball, reverse side kick, and land. Step back away from the threat, so our right foot's forward, and same thing, hop kick, up ball, back fist, punch, hook, up ball, reverse side kick, boom. Excellent. For number 2, we still have a threat, and that threat is still far away, but the first time we did a hop kick and we covered distance with our kick. Now we're going to cover distance with our hand. So the way we do that is we just push off the back foot. I lift my front foot up and I push forward to explode in. So if I'm here, what I'm going to do is pretend that somebody has a string on the back of my hand and they're pulling me. I'm going to start with that back fist, boom, and reach in with it. So I'm going to cover a lot of distance. And as soon as I touch them, I'm going to touch them again because they didn't see it coming or they didn't count it. So it's a slide in backwards punch. So there's two moves right in a row, backwards punch. And the punch, they felt. So they backed up a little. My back leg, inner axe kick. And then to do it on the other side, we just take a step back. Right foot's in front now. Right hand's here, sliding, backwards punch. Same thing, 1, 2, back leg, axe kick. And then back where we started. So the angle of this is the same angle as the first one. I showed it to you straight side to side just so you could see the moves. But it would actually be the same way. So I'm going to look this way, back at the first person that I fought, and I'm going to slide and back fist punch, axe kick, then step back, sliding back fist punch, axe kick, step back and where we started. Awesome. So what I'd like you to do in order to make sure your angles are correct, because it's just one line back and forth, but that very first move, we want to look over our right shoulder and find a target. Like, if I target this pole, that pole's not going to move. So when you find a target, step back, everything's on that target. Boom, 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 boom. Look back the other way, find a target over there. You're going to go right between those two targets. So there's Module 3 fighting forms.